I've sat and watched that match. I actually watched it not too long ago with my son Dominic. And it's a match that I still learn from. And, you know, it's a match that doesn't get old. I truly believe that if there was no Eddie Guerrero, my career would have gone a different direction. 8 years after our epic Halloween Havoc clash, Eddie and I were on better terms, but still found ourselves unable to resist the friendly competition in WWE. Holding the WWE Tag Team Championships only drove us to wonder who the better man on the team was. We both held victories over the other, but the chance to meet at the showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania, was something we couldn't pass up. For the first time ever, two tag team champions would go one-on-one at the grandest stage of them all. We both knew what this match meant to the other, and it's what made it so fun to go out there and try to take the glory for ourselves. With no hard feelings, of course. You know, I've always said that it was always very cool to... Eddie always powerful, and maybe this match felt a little different, but it was always the same old story. Eddie always had an answer for everything. I should have seen that elbow coming, though. He caught me pretty good. Eddie started to get into that flow right here. I needed to make sure that I didn't let him come through with this. Now I figured reversing the Three Amigos would shake him off for a second. But it barely fazed him. Before I knew it, bam! Another backbreaker, lucha libre style. I honestly thought that escaping the Three Amigos for a second was my chance. When I managed to whip Eddie into the ropes, I saw the opening and I took it like anyone else would. But again, always Eddie, he knew and had incredible ring awareness. Another backbreaker. I was really wondering if this was just not gonna be my night. So it always feels good to hit the 619. But here, when I finally connected, it felt really good. I said, let's go, man. This is gonna be it. You know, I was so close to victory. I'm ready for the springboard. I jump off the hook for the Rana, and what do you know? Eddie catches me with that powerbomb again. Just brought flashbacks. I've already been here. I knew what this was all about. So again, kick off on instinct, purely. At this time, your mind is doubting, and you have to make sure that you stay on track and you finish the task at hand. But then, for the first time in the whole match, I knew exactly what was coming. Eddie went for the backbreaker one more time, which he already done before, and I made him pay with the perfect Huracarana, my signature move. From feeling hopeless to beyond words that I won, I competed against Eddie so many times. He'd won, I'd win, but I swear that at WrestleMania 21, I faced the best version of Eddie Guerrero, the man. There's a small part of me that still can't believe I pulled it out. I was actually shocked. He was just on a different level that night. What a win that was for me. Historical.
Eddie Guerrero has passed away. Eddie was in the prime of his life, 38 years old, the prime of his career. So tonight, we celebrate the life of Eddie Guerrero.
The toughest thing about this day was what we were all living, what we were going through. It was hard for us to accept that Eddie was no longer with us. Everyone was hurting. I asked myself, what would Eddie have done? And Eddie was all about the business. Whatever happened, show must go on. I did expect to wrestle Shawn one day, just not under those terms. One of the greatest legends in WWE history. He has a lot of respect for this business and for the superstars that are up and coming. By Shawn Michaels asking me if I had the energy and the courage to have a match against him that night. He didn't have to choose me, but he did because he knew that Eddie would have loved it. That speaks of the type of human being that he is. Losing Eddie was one of the most painful experiences in both my personal and professional life. The WWE Universe came together to pay tribute to one of the most respected and beloved superstars of all time. This was a difficult night for all of the obvious reasons, but we wanted to put on a show that Eddie would be proud of. I found myself in a rare one-on-one match with another living legend, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Of course, I wanted to win for myself, for my fans, and for Eddie. And while Shawn was also grieving, I knew that he would still give me everything he had, just as Eddie would have wanted. Oh, way. You don't see this often, and I was really surprised to see HBK make such a basic error. But I was going to capitalize if I could. You have to. There's no other way to put it. I don't think he was necessarily done at this point, but you always got to try, right? There's no other way. If that 619 connects, I'm thinking to myself, it's over. I remember Shawn biting on that 619 fake out and just thinking to myself, let's go, and just launching myself at him to the floor. When you get hit by Shawn Michaels, it rocks you. I remember getting up and luckily moved at the right time. So I connect with the 619, and I already know what's coming next. Springboard, leg drop. When I hit that and I saw that my brother had just passed. So, mixed emotions, but I felt like a truly blessed man, and I know Eddie was watching. I know Eddie was in that ring. He had a special corner that night and enjoyed every minute of it, just like we did.